Hello, darling viewers. It's Jen here at Check Her Joy, and this time I'm reviewing Borne by Patricia Briggs. This is the 5th book in the Mercy Thompson series, and I listened to the audiobook for this, which is narrated by Lorelei King. I've been listening to a bunch of these audiobooks like straight back to back, like I'm halfway through book 6 right now. So what happens in each book might be a little bit foggy, and so there's not a lot of in-depth in these reviews. I should probably take notes, but I'm just so into it I can't stop. So, fair warning on that. Okay, book 5 mostly focuses on the Fae. And Mercy was given a Fae book, a book written by fairies about fairies, and it's kind of dangerous. She was warned when she received it that this was a dangerous book to have, and now we're starting to find out why. So, the bookstore owner who loaned her the book has gone missing, and he's Fae, and actually Z's son is getting nervous because this is one of his friends, and Mercy goes to investigate on the son's behalf. We find out what this book is and why it's incredibly dangerous. There are also some really dangerous Fae looking for this book. Things seriously get crazy dangerous. Like, this is a series where lots of dangerous things happen, but I feel like they got the most dangerous in this book. Like, things were crazy, and it was a little rough whether or not everyone's going to make it out of it alive. Mercy also is struggling with the fact that this isn't her book. This isn't really her fight. She could just hand the book over to one of the Fae that is trying to attack her and be like, yep, I don't have the book anymore, leave me alone. But she's also struggling with the fact that it was entrusted with her, and she really should probably make sure she's not giving it to a super dangerous Fae who wants to take over all the Earth and enslave all of humanity or something. I'm just making up what that could have been. So Mercy's trying to feel out, like, which Fae are actually the good guys. And when it comes to the Fae, it's not necessarily black and white. Like, we're talking lesser of evils, maybe. Other part of this book is going on with Samuel. And Samuel has not been doing well the entire time we've known him in this series. Things are going rough. The fact that he and Mercy have called it off, and Samuel's feeling displaced, not really feeling like he has much to live for anymore. Like, he's a really old werewolf. He's lived his life, and Samuel tries to commit suicide. And Mercy can't go to Samuel's dad, Bram the Marach, for help because Bram will have to try to kill him. He'll have to kill his son because you can't let the wolf take control. And that's what Samuel's done. He's surrendered all control, and Samuel's wolf is in charge. And that's not good. However, Samuel's wolf is not behaving the way that a wolf normally behaves when he's in charge. And so Mercy thinks she might be able to work with that and push Samuel into something that he can care about and fight for. And so that takes a very big part of this book. Samuel's basically on suicide watch the entire book. And it's also interesting to see Samuel's wolf be in control and to find out more about the wolves in that way, about what happens as wolves get older, what happens when the wolf becomes in control, what exactly is that dynamic. So this was one of my favorite parts of the book, was the whole Samuel thing, even though it's also one of the saddest and hardest to read. Also, Samuel's wolf is adorable. He's like just a fluffy puppy. He's all white and gorgeous, and he's actually pretty sweet. And I think I might like the wolf version of Samuel more, even though I really love Samuel either way. Mercy also finds out a lot more about the wolf pack dynamics. Not just because of Samuel, but also because of her mate bond with Adam. As she's starting to control it and learn more about it, that becomes a huge part of this, and I found that was interesting. So on the whole, I gave this book 4 stars. I also super loved it. It's another one where I had to, like, immediately jump into the next book and go with it, because I'm loving these characters. My favorite part of this book was probably Samuel and his wolf. There is one thing I want to talk about this book that is spoilery, so if you haven't read this book yet, peace out. I love you guys and keep reading. And if you have, that whole ending, that thing. So Mercy goes into the fairy world, and everything that happens in there is crazy. Since we're doing a spoilery section, we can talk about Bran talking her through how to work with the wolf bonds and visualize it and see them all, and that was amazing, and I love that. Like this forest with all these gold lines attaching to everybody. and really learning more about her, what a mate bond means, especially hers and Adam's, as he's the pack alpha. So I love that. The thing about this book, though, that was a little bit weird is that Mercy goes into the fairyland, into this made up world where the fairies in control, and it's incredibly dangerous, and she takes Jessie with her. And I get why she takes Jessie with her. It's a little bit reckless, but it's Mercy, so kind of see it. What I don't get is that Adam doesn't freak out. Like, I thought Adam would be beyond crazy, insane, mad at Mercy. And I don't know if it's just because she was in there for a month, and Adam was just so worried he was going to lose her, but it feels like he would still be mad at her for taking and putting Jessie in danger. And we don't really see that. So that was the one thing that was a little bit weird. Otherwise, I super loved this book, and it felt awesome and amazing. And the fairy storyline wasn't my favorite, but I did enjoy finding out more about Samuel and the wolves. There's my review for Borne by Patricia Briggs. So feel free to tell me what you thought of this book if you've already read it. If you are going to post comments that are spoilery, though, please give warning for people who haven't read it yet. So peace out. I love you guys, and keep reading. Bye.